Alright everybody, who's ready for KGB Monday Open Mic? Easy Paradise style. We're doing it. We're in the Red Room. It's beautiful. It's non-dominational. We're not going to talk about Christmas. We're not going to mention Christmas. We're living in the future, man. We're not living in the past. We're reading our poetry, our comedy, our music. Our behavioral free jazz.
You do comedy or poetry or what? I'm a musician. You're a musician, cool, man. Tonight I'm going to sing.
I'm Matt Proctor, I'm your host. Thank you all for coming out. Yes. Thank you all. Easy Paradise Man. Alright, that's enough. We're the real New Yorkers. Attention, everyone.
Paulie Smith, nice to
I need your attention now. We don't have the Ferris Bueller soundtrack on anymore. Thank you for coming out on the day after Christmas. We don't even give a fuck. We're New Yorkers. We're locals. We don't care about this consumerist holiday. So thank you all for coming out. We're gonna have this is a great turnout. Thank you. This is wonderful. Yeah, we normally do it upstairs, but this is going to be more of like the literary. This is like the literary institution kind of KGB. This is where the real heavyweights read. So you can choose. You can step up to the podium if you want. When it's your turn, you can read from the podium, or you can kind of come out here if you're a stand-up comedian, because I know they're more comfortable.
That's right.
Kind of with that kind of body language and that kind of physicality and stuff. The musicians also. If you want to rock out, here's like the area to do that. 5 minutes per performer. So I'll give comedians the light. And then 2 drink minimum. So try to adhere to the 2 drink minimum. Tip the bartender and give her a big round of applause because... Nobody wanted to work upstairs, so this is like the super legit. These are the real artists. I can tell this is the real hardcore. And last week was super special too. I was like kind of surprised. Peter Glissman is here. I mean, the Giants. But last week was kind of special because all of the fake New Yorkers flee. They go back to the suburbs or wherever they, the Taylor Swift people. But welcome to New Yorkers. So it's for us tonight. It's for the artistes, the bohemians,
Vagabonds,
the vagabond cosmopolitan in our sacred kind of flame sharing. So I'm just going to start out with a short poem to kick things off. And poetry. This is I wrote this on Christmas Eve, so I like to share serial. I'm a cosmopolitan microdiarist, so I'm sharing. These are my serial. If you come every week, it's like there's a plot line. So it's like binge. You can also watch all the episodes on YouTube, so you can binge watch all of the open mics that we've ever done. They're all on YouTube. I post the link every week, so if you have time off for this holiday season. That's like the super television show you can watch. Alright, so this is Super Meadows Essence, 1224. Behind enemy lines, 22 bases in 15 days. Keeps the home fires burning. Forgotten by the culture at large. Filming himself, yes, that fits there. 3 a.m. Christmas morning. Watching them is like editing them. Key change in Oh Holy Night. By the time you get this message, the problem will have been solved. Too cold to go anywhere. Woke up one day and I was famous. After that, everybody on earth knew who they were. Darlings of the New York media. I like pretentious, aspiring to be smart. Gravel pathways in the night sky. I didn't pray today either, but it's all I did. I didn't get anything for Christmas. Picture cars on the anatomy of the Potomac performing an autopsy. You're making them come alive. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. We're going to have a great time. 2 drink minimum. We're going to kick things off with some music here. Let me just access my list. This is like a talent show. I'm the maitre d' of the talent show. And we're going to have a Crystal Jessup coming up. So let's give Crystal Jessup a big round of applause, everybody.
Okay, I'm out of breath. I'm visiting New York and I fucking make this mistake every time where I'm waiting for the F today and I fucking get on the E because I forget that there are different letters here. I'm from Toronto and there's 2 subway lines. So anyway, I went way out of my way. Anyway, that's my rant. Now I'm gonna sing a sad song. Oh wait, is it like in there? Okay, cool. This is an original called Let You Go. And it's definitely like almost 5 minutes, so. Oh, fuck. Well, it's out of tune. I'm so sorry. I ran in the cold. Of course it's out of tune.
Happens. Fucking happens.
It's a common thing, no problem.
Yeah. The freaking degrees. The cold.
Yeah, the cold throws it all off.
It does.
I don't make jokes, I'm not funny. Is it like, are there other musicians here, or is this like mostly comedy?
Yeah.
There's everything.
Okay,
Open.
good.
Yeah.
Everything. You got always.
So like the comedians are like judging me for being awkwardly funny.
No, this is normal. Everybody tunes on stage, actually.
It's not cool. It's
Yeah.
like a dick move.
It's
I have a
avant-garde.
good excuse. I'm not funny.
The cold. Blame it on the weather.
Exactly.
I better be good.
It is right.
Yeah.
Get a party split. Come on.
I'll skip the supers. You were shy, and I was not. Sat on your couch, and you forgot that I like my whiskey. Me in my room, a mess. I did well in school, but I dropped out. And you've been here, on this same couch. You're doing fine, and I'm home for a rest. You were on stage, and I was too. You were telling jokes, and I sang the blues, and then we come home and drown ourselves in booze. You were sad, and I was too. And we sing, I'll never let you go. I know I'll never let you go. Oh no, no. The days were long and the nights were dark. You'd sit at home and I'd walk for hours, wondering if we could ever change. Got all dressed up and we went out. We told your friends we're breaking up, and I left to find brighter, sober days. You said I'll always love you, and I said same. And we sang, I've got to let you go. Oh, I've got to let you go. One more verse. Maybe someday, say 30 years, we'll find a summer and we'll disappear and we'll play it over, all over again. And we'll laugh about it, the stupid things we did. And we'll sing, I never let you go. And we'll sing, I know I never let you go. I know I'll never let you go. Oh no, no. My Instagram is Crystal Jessup, Crystal with a K, Jessup_music. I'll follow you back. I'm playing at the Rockwood on January 3rd.
Crystal Jessup, everybody. Crystal Jessup.
Follow the you can get on the Easy Paradise Instagram. I'm tagging everybody in moments, so you can find Crystal Jessup music through the Easy Paradise Mag Instagram. One more time for Crystal Jessup. That was fantastic. Can we get Justin Fuentes up here? Is Justin Fuentes here? All right. How about Eliza McGill? Is Eliza McGill here yet? All right. Let's get very funny. Can we get Tariq Blumen up? Very funny comedian.
Yeah.
All right. Make some noise if you've ever seen a white-looking guy called Tariq before. Okay, let me try again. Make some noise if you've never seen a guy called Tariq with an English accent. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. All right, make some noise if you've ever met an immigrant in New York City called Tariq. There's fucking loads of them. I don't know why he didn't make any noise. Well, you still fucking haven't, because I pronounce it Tariq, not Tariq, because I'm from a civilized country called the UK. But you know, the amount of times I've been questioned on my name in this country, I've started carrying around my 23andMe results on my phone. So you might have guessed that I'm mixed race. You're correct. I'm in fact half giant, which is the biggest minority. I only mention it because people say you should be comfortable in your body. But whoever said that has never been 6'5" on a Spirit Airlines flight. But no, really, I am mixed race, not like the decathlon. I'm African, white, and South Asian, so really it's more like the triathlon. You know, one of the benefits of being an undercover diversity quota is that white people do feel comfortable being racist in front of me. And by white people, I do mean my mother being racist to my father. You know, I'm glad that my father gave me a better life than he had, but he was a refugee, so you know the bar's pretty low. Although, conversely, if you are a refugee, it's quite difficult to give a good life to your children. I only mention that because jokes are funny if you explain them. So I'm currently at risk of losing my visa for the US and being deported from here. But you know what they say? Like father, like son. But say I did decide to overstay my visa and I was working in like a restaurant or something illegally, and then that restaurant got raided by ICE. I'd probably be alright, wouldn't I? Yeah, if I do get sent back to the UK, I'm calling it birthright. What have we learned from the last 2.5 minutes of tepid laughter? We've learned immigrants are ruining this country. It's what I say when I want to feel special. So a lot of people ask me, Tariq, why did you move to the USA from the UK? I always tell them the UK is not a free country. Did you know that in the UK it's illegal to celebrate the 4th of July? No, it's not. No, the real reason I moved to the USA is because I wanted to feel relatively skinnier. And I also wanted to find out that I confuse Americans with my name. I didn't know that before I got here. So yes, I am, as you'd say, a dirty immigrant. Those two things aren't necessarily related. It's just that it's in UK culture we shower less than you do over here. And you know, I still often get tripped up between the differences between American and British English. So I was wearing, you know, one of those wallets that goes around your waist. Right. I was in the store, right? Okay. And I said to the cashier, okay, 1 second, let me get my money out of my pocket, pussy. And he kicked me out of the store. I think probably because the money was all covered in lube. 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I have been an immigrant before as well, before I lived here. I lived in Japan for about 4 years. Not because of the reason you're thinking, not because I had an Asian fetish. That actually happened after the 2nd year. No, the real reason I lived in Japan is because I wanted to feel taller. I didn't feel tall enough back at home. You know, there's a lot to get used to moving from Japan to America. 2 things I'll highlight is the fact that you barbarians not use bidets. And the second thing I'll highlight is the personal safety. I've been here for about a year. You might ask, Tariq, why did you move to New York City during the pandemic? I'll tell you, I know New York City's back because I got mugged about 8 months ago. And to deal with these 2 things, I bought some pepper spray and a personal bidet. And when I got mugged, I had accidentally confused these 2 things and I started spraying water on the muggers. And I told them it had been in my anus. It had actually the same effect as the pepper spray. The much more confusing and painful experience was when I accidentally maced my anus. Reminded me of this saying I have. Whenever anyone tells me spicy food destroyed their anus, I always tell them, you're supposed to put it in your mouth. Alright, thank you very much.
Eric Blumen, everybody, dissecting the finer points of cultural discrepancy. Macing his anus. Is Kanji here? Alright, Kanji. I met Kanji at the Open Mic last Wednesday. Super cool, super excited to hear him read. Let's have a big round of applause for Kanji, everybody. It's Kanji.
Congé. Sorry.
No problem. I'm gonna read some. Night train. Night train. Night train howls to my bedroom window pane, pain. Still in my dreams like the thief in my night. Whistling on his tracks hymns for the vagabonding nomad. I severed my ties with the nightmares. They always come back when the wind blows blue and you grind your tracks to save me, lick my wounds, but I severed my ties.
Politely, I would take matters into my own hands with my own blood if the devil keeps stepping on my toes when we dance. I just got these polished. Night train. Night train. What have you brung me stored in your cargo? Pieces of me, pieces of time, pieces of a past, pieces of questions, pieces of courage, a whole bag of doubt. Night Train is just a novel, a tragic piece of American theater. Thank you.
Andre, that was wonderful. Please share more next time. That was great. I love your piece at that Open My Glass Wednesday too. Super great. I'm sorry if I screw your name up. I'm sorry. I'm like a substitute teacher or something. It's just, you know how they always apologize? I always hated that in school, but now I see why. Do we have David Estrada here? David Estrada. Okay, let's get great performer from last week. Super excited. Can we get Malka Heinen back? Malka Heinen.
This guitar, you can't really plug it in.
Okay.
The pickups are kind of, I mean, they're fun.
Oh, right,
So I
right.
have to be really, really quiet.
You want to sit
I
or?
would love to sit.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. I'm just gonna stand here.
Okay, we're doing a little harmony.
Yeah.
I'm Malka Heinen, and my lovely friend here is Sarah Fradkin.
Hi.
We're going to be harmonizing together. This song is about a past relationship and realizing that you love someone after you separated.
Sorry.
I've written a song about you. Just like I told you I'd do. It doesn't take heartbreak to say I'm not over you. You drive miles away from me. I have nothing left to say. You keep me on red all day. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. Contemplating death with you. Just one wrong move. I said I'd write a song about you. So maybe I'll write one to you. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. To be lost in wondering, to be taking turns
adventure too. I said I'd write a song about you. I said I'd write a song about you. I said I'd write a song about you, babe. I said I'd write a song about you, baby. Sing one more song?
Yeah.
Malka Heinen, everybody.
Wait, do you want to help me with this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly remember the guitar part. It's just the two different chords.
Once again, thank you guys for coming out. It's 2 drink minimum. You can check out Easy Paradise Manning on Instagram. Station identification.
Thank you, Matt.
You can use this mic if you want, or whatever you want.
Okay, I think maybe let's.
Hey, what's up?
I'm a comic. I wanted to sign up.
Okay, what's your name?
Brian King.
Brian King. Are you signed up?
Oh man, I'm not signed up.
Okay.
Can I still get up?
Yeah.
So my brother is parking the car right now, but he's also a comedian.
Okay.
His name is Jason King.
Okay. What's your name?
Joe leaving?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Jason K. I will try to get you guys up. I know we're supposed to stop at 9, so I don't know if they're going to stop.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming out.
I heard there's like a pre-setup page or something.
You can Instagram. Easy Paradise Manning. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
That's alright. It's my first time here. It's awesome.
Are you live in New York?
Yeah, I moved to SF recently for like a job.
What's up? Sorry.
I didn't realize like if you need to.
Yeah, sorry about that. What's up? Did you sign up already? Or?
Yeah, my name is Justin.
Okay, sick. I called your name already, but I'll bring it up. So you're married? Yeah. Okay, I'll put you in.
Thank you, man.
Man, is this live?
Yeah.
You're gonna sit and sing.
And now we're going to have Sarah Elizabetta, everybody, do some music.
No worries.
I'm Stan.
No, it's all good.
It was like.
Look at me holding on to the times when we got along. I made it out alright, but did you seem fine. Didn't see you answering your phone. Don't see me walking out that door. You came along at the right time. I made that move. It seemed just fine. But then I found out you didn't really know my name. Came along in such disgrace. I think I found out it's not my time with you. Oh, it's not my time. I can find clear.
Yeah.
Think about the moments when we ran through the rain. Think of all the times we had to share. I guess it's time that you knew me well. I never meant to put you under my spell, but I did, and that was just right. I'm sorry for those times we shared. It doesn't mean that much if I won't care. If I won't care. Remember those times we spent in the rain. Remember your gaze. I felt it was just right with you. I guess we both lose too. I guess we both lose. I guess we both lose. I guess we both lose. Remember that time under the rain. I hope you figured that love's not a game. I'm hoping you can understand my pain. I don't know if you can be the one to blame. The one to blame. I guess it's time you knew me well. I never meant to put you under my spell. Under my spell. Oh, it's not my time. I can find without you, dear. You can fly without me, dear. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. I'm sorry that I didn't make it clear to you. Remember those times we spent in the rain. Remember your gaze. I felt it was just right with you, but I guess we both lose. I guess we both lose. We both lose. We both lose.
Sarah Elisa Veda, everybody. And Jake Dester on the guitar. Great, thank you so much. It was awesome, yeah. So you just
I don't really want to get
okay.
I feel like for the
Yeah.
program,
Okay, cool.
it's a little bit longer.
All right, once again, thank you all for coming out. We're going to keep things rolling. Do we have Justin Fuentes? Can we get Justin Fuentes up? He was just here. All right, yeah, Justin Fuentes, everyone.
What's up, guys? My name's Justin.
What's up, man?
I have some writing to read tonight. make the poetry. Don't know what it's called, but yeah. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. Came to New York. I think I kind of got a little. You could see things kind of shine bright out here and everything like that. So this writing was, I guess, inspired by that. Toast to all the rich kids and their worries. I hope they never become mine. I like meat in my life at the bone, where the juice is always sweeter and the dance moves are always better. I've been fooled by the allure of luxuries and conveniences, but not anymore. They've never left me any more happy, and they only seem to bring me further from the truth. So give me home-cooked meals and extra salt, thick skin and some good jokes, and a hard life so it shines bright.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of these don't have titles to them, so I'm just like, bear with me without that stuff. This is another one. You know, I feel like sometimes when we try to tell things to people, you know, you try to like make sure everything's like right and stuff, you know, but like I kind of like things just being like super raw, you know, so I think this piece was inspired by that. Don't weigh me down with trying to get it right. Give it to me in bits and pieces and I'll paint the picture, because I'm the best storyteller I know, and I want to fall in love with what you're telling me now. Tell it to me in a whisper so I can listen close, and tell it to me with all your heart as if it's the last thing you'll ever tell.
Yeah. All right.
This one is like inspired by the fact that I feel like, you know, with things moving so, with technology moving the way that it is and the world moving quicker and quicker, you know, it almost just feels like we're caught on this treadmill of just trying to keep up and run faster and faster every day. And I think this is just kind of a little bit inspired by the stresses of that. So this one is a nightmare that I have sometimes is that the only real thing that we know is speed, because life is measured not in moments but numbers, and numbers have no end, and this life is too short. So we do the only thing that we know and run as fast as we can, hoping that something tastes sweet, but nothing does. So we run faster and faster, and things begin to blur, and nothing feels the same. And we're so lost in it all, but then light appears at the end of the tunnel. And to our shock, it's not life, but death, and he's surprised to see us. So we ask, how'd you get here so fast? And we look behind us and see nothing, and all we have to say is, I don't know. This one was, I guess, inspired by the confusion of, you know, I guess ending a relationship with somebody and not knowing whether that's the right choice or not, you know? I think that we all maybe experience that at some point. So here goes. Sadness and anger, grief, fear and shame and guilt and rejected and not good enough, but also love. This one is also kind of deconstructed and short as well. Here we go. Tired, cold, lonely and afraid. Everybody keeps asking how much longer until home. And I say, as long as it takes to say I love you.
Yeah.
I think this one is a little bit inspired by just kind of being a guy and just living a hard life and maybe not having all the words or the abilities to be able to express your feelings about things, I guess. And as challenging as that may be sometimes. So, here we go. I think in another life I was one of my brothers, coming home late from a long day's work, only look at the time and see I have to get up in another 6 hours. I feel pain, and sometimes you get anger, but all I wish I could do is smile. Trying times and hard times, searching for the good times, but they don't ever last a long time. So I put my head down and get back to it. I don't want you to worry, so I won't make a sound about it. But maybe next life I'll get a chance to do it different. And just to kind of keep things a little lighter, I guess here's one more. Sometimes I think all the nice girls are snatched up rolling around in silk sheets with their boyfriends, and there's a golden retriever roaming around, and it wants to get up on the bed with them, but they don't let it because he sheds too much. But it keeps giving them that look, so they finally let him up. But just this one time, and he's a happy dog, and they're a happy couple, and I'm just a lonely sap with a big warm heart left out in the cold. But you know what else is left out on the cold? Big old booties shaking around on Instagram. Lord help me.
Justin Fuentes, everybody. Talking about big booties.
That's a good one.
And the economy, working class. We need more of that kind of populist range in Manhattan. Thank you. Justin Fuentes, beautiful. All right, can we get Mary up here? Mary? All right, we're super excited to have Mary read. So let's have a big round of applause for Mary.
How do I lower this? That makes sense. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, thank you. I'm going to read 2 poems. And I'm pretty nervous while I'm finding it. Because one of them's pretty risky. Well, they're both kind of risky for me. Anyway, and the second one's funnier, so that's to look forward to. So, hold on, I don't like leaning against it. Okay. The Repercussions and Results is the title. I miss the initial feeling of mania, that ride on jumpy and exciting waves of confidence that pull you along and buoy you up so you can do anything and fuck anyone and be anyone while still you are yourself, and express all of it grandly and feel overwhelmed and overcome by the beauty of everything and myself, and can understand anything and everyone, even different languages and what people don't say but only think. And feel magic, like I can control the weather and balance of my environment until the tide drags you along into ditches created in your mind of rotten, initially vague ideas that become obsessions and destructions of their own that can compel you to do crazy and strange and violent actions, as well as fun and anything to continue and heighten the high until you can't handle the high. And I'm blocking everything out and grounding all parts of my body and not breathing in order to gain a moment of stillness. And those ditches in your mind don't just go away. They're rooted in there deep because of the strength and extremity of your beliefs and feelings at that time. And you're left to slowly try and dig new paths and yet never erase the old ones. Just hope the new ones become deeper and more sturdy. I don't know yet if they ever get so quicksand-like. Creativity is more consistent in a non-manic mind. And that's my first one.
Yeah.
Thank you. This one is supposed to be sort of funny. Oh no, I picked the wrong one. One second. Why don't I see the old one? Sorry, I had this, I just had this because I read it to my friend like last week, and yet an old one keeps coming up. I'm sorry. One sec. Maybe it was a few weeks ago. Alright, it was a few weeks ago that I read it, but I had found it then. Where is it? That's what I get for using my phone.
Yeah.
Alright, I might have to do a different one, although that one's so good. Let me look for one more second, and then I'll just do a different one if I don't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this work stuff and my downloads now is in the way. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to read a different one, which is disappointing to me. That one was called Anthropomorphize My Godlike Pussy. So
Anthropomorphize Your Godlike Pussy.
Alright, you want me to search
Keep
I fucking like that.
Alright, I'm gonna search for it for a second
animalistic.
longer then.
Yeah, alright.
Why is it not showing? I'm looking through my emails. No.
Is it in the notes app? Because sometimes they don't show you.
I do it on. I typed it on my computer. I emailed it to myself.
Yeah.
Keyword.
Anthropomorphize.
All right. I know, right? It's just.
It's fucking great.
I didn't delete it. I'm sorry, guys. If I can't find it in a second, then I'll just do a different one. I apologize. Thank you. But yeah, I'm glad you liked that first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like serious. I just had it a few weeks ago. I read it to my
Fucking title's
friend.
great.
And she was like, yeah, that'll be funny. It's real working out right now. Oh, I think I found it. Re-download. It's re-downloading. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to save it to my drive because then I share with work. And I'm a teacher, so. Okay, it's coming up. It's coming. Alright. I found it. Finally. Thank you for waiting. So, okay, you already know the title. Anthropomorphize My Godlike Pussy. My ex talked a lot about worshipping his mediocre dick.
I can't even do right.
Girl, we've all been there.
Luckily not always, but my pussy is juicy as pomegranates and worth being stuck in Hades for half the year. My pussy is tight and responsive, deserving of worship of its own. As my pussy is attached to me, I too deserve worship and respect. Backwards thinking, sure, but that is how I reverse the old Zeus or Zelda story. The story is as old as time. It doesn't make them right to continue. Lita and the Swan secretly turns me on. Not so secretly now. But while my pussy is lovely, it does not always look out for my heart or mind. So I will anthropomorphize my God to be me. Thank you for waiting.
Mary, everybody.
It was completely worth it. That mediocre dick. It was like Valentine's Day in here. Is anybody else feeling
hilarious.
that? Maybe because it's red. It's red. Except, all right, is Willow G here? Can we get Willow G? We're gonna do some more poetry, everybody. Let's have a big hand for Willow G.
So I'm going to read two poems. I'm not very good at poetry, and I was kind of buzzing out with me right now. The first one is, their faces were hardly real on the news. Man is a little god in his mind, which is the width of a hair on the back of the rabbit. Wind that comes with running pulls him into imagined flying. Blood drips from her mouth into the sod once shot. Earth cradles her atoms, she is consumed. 2. On morals, Morchella esculenta. Esculent, meaning comestible, eatable. Most desired wild. Passion tends to grow after forest fires. Disturbed grounds precede fruiting. 3. The rabbit I found in the woods. Slimy purple skin peeling from muscle ribbon in tandem with tendons. Like scraping the skin from a tomato. Cradled in my arms. Hind legs limp, front claws rake my chest. Wash and mend. The trap's claws undressed her legs. Wash and mend. 2 days she is buried in the backyard. 4. Horror stories, pried open, lacerating in soft spring sun. We don't know the woman. Their faces were hardly real on the news. My father saturating our minds with the kind of fear shot at rabbits feel. We wish he didn't watch the news. It's all old news, in new molds, about men enacting gods, impersonating overlords. No one seems to know, while in good intentions, fear is control. The second one is, I guess, dedicated to my mother. And it's called Love Letter to Fleeting. Love Letter to Fleeting. Tonight, owl flies, face first, at meteors, as if they might collide, but stars burn before gracing earth with trails of their ghost. How I wish to be the sky, full of flying and falling all at once. To be the pool below the milk flower, reflects moths making love to a blushing cosmos. Move with the shadow child. I remember your voice, soft as the slap of a moth wing. If you must be a fag, take it outside. But you forget the sky we cannot escape, looking into us as our bodies flow like milk through the nipples of rivers. If we must be fleeting, can't it feel gorgeous? Tonight, I fly, face first at falling stars. How I wish to be the sky, full of beauty, only just before passing.
If it must be fleeting, can it feel gorgeous? That was great, Willow G. Thank you for sharing that. One more time for Willow G. Great stuff. Please, definitely come back. Once again, we're upstairs normally every Monday at 8 p.m., Easy Paradise Mag on Instagram. So come back every week. Can we get Giovanni up here to do some poetry? All right, let's have a big round of applause for Giovanni.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? My name is Giovanni and I will read you 2 poems from my book that is titled Scavi Urbani. It was published in Italy 2 years ago. And I will read 2 poems in the English translation by Joanna Bishop. For the first one, I will try to do a kind of simultaneous Italian-English thing. Let's see how it goes. As the title goes, this one is dedicated to my grandmother. Mi manca a casa tua e quell'ascensore che adesso è sentenziato, non salirò più. I miss your apartment and that elevator, which now it's been decreed I will never take again. Abbiamo venduto proprio oggi, ma questo, grazie a Dio, lo ignori. We sold the place this morning, but that, thank God, you'll never know. Ricordi i verbi che ripetevamo, quinta ginnasio e spirito di sacrificio per ore e ore? Do you remember all the verbs we used to study last year of high school? Spirit of sacrifice, for hour after hour. Auristo senza aumento, verbi con raddoppiamento, i participi congiunti, la prima fino alla quinta coniugazione, luo, lueis, luei. Aorist without an augment, verbs with reduplication, circumstantial participles from the first conjugation to the fifth, luo, lueis, luei. Si scioglie la memoria a scaglie, mi manchi, e vorrei avertelo detto. Memory slots off and melts away. I miss you, and I wish that I told you. Codarda scusa, verrà il tempo. That frail excuse, when time is right. E non perché ignorassi che sono frocio. And not because you didn't know I was a fag. Ma perché non te l'ho detto mai, che giuro sono stato felice. Siamo stati felici e il suo nome mi risplendeva in petto. But because I never told you that honest to God I was happy, that we were happy, and his name was shining in my breast. Ho avuto il coraggio di baciarlo, giuro, per la seconda volta. I mustered the courage and kissed him, honest to God, once again. Ed era in Piazza Pitti ed era aprile, and he was in Piazza Pitti and in April. Ma tra questi 10.000 altri dettagli che certamente già sai uno soltanto, lui ha il nome dell'arcangelo. But out of all these and other things you must already know, just this one, his name is an archangel. Questa mia personalissima annunciazione a quale orecchie arriverà? My very own annunciation. What ears will it reach? Aorist without an augment, verbs with reduplication, circumstantial participles from the first conjugation to the fifth, lumen, luete, lusin. Oggi porto al dito la fede col tuo nome. Non la tolgo nemmeno per dormire, lavare i piatti, fare il bagno, l'amore. Now I'm wearing the gold band with your name inside. I never take it off, even to sleep, to wash the dishes, take a bath, make love. Oggi con mani di statua alle tue scrivo quest'ultima, che non sarà mai ultima lettera. Now with the hands of a statue, your hands, I write this final, never to be final letter. Un po' per te, per me che non ho detto mai, un po' per te che da sempre sai. In part for me, who never got to say, in part for you, who have always known, in part for me, who never got to say it, in part for you, who have always known.
Yeah.
Thank you. And now, second one, I will read only the English translation. It's called Gods Don't Cry. Never did Aphrodite shed tears of love. Not a drop ever rolled down Ares' cheek, his tunic, his armor, nor it is sung that Poseidon mixed the salt of his water with the salt of his lashes. But you and I, Achilles, are mourning, rose-cheeked Patroclus. I and you, Father Priam, a son who won't return. So when you find me lying in my bed, face turned to the wall, arms around my head, I know that this is what the gods can have. The moment, just one breath between the abyss and your shoulder. Thank you.
Yeah. Giovanni. Great stuff. Giovanni, thank you.
Please bring things in translation. If you want to read in other languages, we would love that. Please read in anything you want. One more time for Giovanni. Okay, did Eliza McGee show up by any chance? Eliza McGee. Love to have Eliza McGee here. How about, can we get Canu Reeds up here? Canu Reeds.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm glad to be here. It's my first time at the KGB. Heard a lot of great things over the years. I just started doing poetry about 3 months ago, and I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, so I talk pretty fast, so bear with me. If you need me to slow down, just give me like a wink or a nod or something. So I go by the name Canoe Reeds. It's my stage name. One, I like to kind of get into a character, you know. And two, I love canoeing. If you guys ever want to go on the water, hit me up on Instagram. I'll literally take you out. Marlene's here, my good friend. Thank you for coming out. Has yet to be in my canoe, but one day maybe. So, just a good way to get out of New York and like the craziness, you know. And second, I love to read, and I'm a big fan of Keanu. Shout out to Keanu. If he ever hears me, don't sue me.
Yeah.
I like the movie, The Matrix, right? What else we got? I'm not a stand-up. I like The Matrix. I like Speed. What's another one? Point Break. Right?
Bill and Ted.
My own private Idaho.
Yes, anyone know any Keanu movies? Shout them out.
Something's gotta give.
That's a good one too.
John Wick 3.
Hey, John Wick 3. Alright, we can go on and on. I'm gonna get right to it. I do a lot of poetry about breakups, breakdowns, and the resulting breakthroughs. So I hope you like my stuff. This one's called Babe. Babe stands for badass bitch energy. Babe stands for your beautiful, aromatic, blissful essence. My big ass booty everything. Stands for broke down all my barriers effortlessly. Babe stands for bartering all balances eagerly. Bars and books every day. Babe are the words I once loved to say. And it's still your name, even though you once chose not to stay. I wrote down these words so your new man can properly understand the meaning behind the letters B-A-B-E. And though it now rolls off a tongue that is not for me, babe, I'm glad to see your name still remains the same. Thank you.
Yeah.
I realize I sometimes rock between as I say something. I don't do that ever, it's just a weird tick. This one's called Dear Self, Here Comes the Sun. When the sun disappears, the moon illuminates the void inside. I've been on the run, but it's getting kind of hard to hide. And can it ever be cured? Well, self, you sure tried. With drugs and drinks and new flings as deep as modern kitchen sinks. I sure did. But the hole just grows. And though no longer daily, burning tears still often flow as I float through the past in my dreams, waking up to the muffled sounds of my own familiar screams, dazed and confused in some pretty stranger's room, which nowadays feels more like a tomb. So I hug my own shoulders to self-soothe, like back in the womb, or like a misunderstood creature hiding from the world in his coffin. And so often I find myself looking up towards the sky while down on my knees that all my jeans are beginning to rip up down past the seams. And the cold still makes me shiver, but keep floating down this aimless river this Pisces cannot, because digging deep and learning to swim upstream is the only way to ever actually achieve my dreams. So as I navigate the vast debris of vivid memories that remain scattered across the surface like old moss on trees, it seems the only purpose is to drag me right back out to sea. And they say regrets cost a ton and hope is free, but apparently hope is the only thing still connecting her to me. And I've almost reached out daily for months on end. There's literally a whole collection of texts I never could send. Because from around the bend, a loud voice would always say, Jared, let her be. You prayed for her to be happy, don't you remember? It doesn't matter how many smiles and laughs y'all shared together last September. Well, speaking of happiness, now it's time that you begin to pray for yours. To water the fruits of your own soul so they can rain down and pour, to ride the tides of love and let them wash you back ashore. So if God sends you another angel, surely you can try once more. But know that the void inside can only be filled from within, not with sand, concrete, or a life of sin. So for now, let's stand up tall on our own 2 feet. And when our heart thumps and skips, we'll just simply dance to the beat. And when it snows and gets cold, we'll generate our own heat. Because while our swan story was brief, it provides some relief. To know that if 2 lovebirds can first meet on dirty old Culvert Street, at coordinates 40.6 and -70, then hey, the world is full of infinite possibilities that can't be mapped and can't be tracked, and healing is a journey that can't be hacked. And only you, we can set us free and bring happiness back to thee. Thank you.
Brand new reads, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Awesome stuff. It's great. Let's get Lee Moore. Is Lee Moore here? All right. I met Lee Moore at the open mic last Wednesday. Super great poet. We're super excited to have her out here. Let's have a big round of applause for Lee Moore, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Howdy.
It's so fucking cool to be in such a full room the day after Christmas. Thank you all for being here and sharing. It's really special. And thank you, Matt, so much for this. So I thought I would read a couple of poems and then maybe sing something.
Yeah.
I feel a little nervous about that, but
Yeah.
it's something I think I have to do. So this first poem, yes, it's about my ex. And it's about my ex.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. He hasn't said beauty in almost 3 years. Only vaguely thought it, hazily. It was a word, the word, that used to fly from him when things were going nicely in his good life. And I can't bring myself to call him Johnny. His family's name to distinguish him from all the others, so unoriginal. His grandfather was Andrew, so his sister was Andrea. And he told me a boy should be named Ralph in 2022, or whatever the year would have been when we would have had our baby. You have to have a body. It's the only way to exist here. I read a poem that pleaded, nothing else can happen to my body. I felt those words arrest me, but John never did because he kept stabbing himself with the arrow. One day I was so racked, I lay myself off the couch to put my hands on the hardwood floor where your feet used to be. Every day I am where your feet used to be, and your ribs and your smoke, you said you knew I knew. My friend Margaret had asked me, he knows you're smarter than him, right? The morning continues, morning with a U, footprinted with this daily life. I try my damnedest to make it mean something, and I do okay. From time to time, I'll say beauty. I wonder now what you say, that's mine.
Yeah.
This is a poem for Sarah. Torchbearer, queen of rice, daring to be still, to do it for her rather than for any of you assholes. Torchbearer in a time where there are not many torches. She breathes stealthily, planning something, always queen of rice, dancing with her broom. Queen of rice, contemplative, unhurried, minimal. Did you ever think she could be minimal? She wants to be minimal all of a sudden. And she doesn't care what you think about it. You don't even factor in to the equation. Because she is a swimming pool. She is a light that turns on when you touch it. She is a mound of rice. She is a torch in her own right hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna sing for you.
Yeah.
I used to live in Paris.
Yeah.
And I used to read my poetry and sing at a place a lot like this. And I haven't done that in a really, really long time. And I think it's important for me to do. And I'm from New York, and I went to NYU, and I've been to KTB before, but I don't think I really knew that this existed. So I'm sort of just in awe looking at all your lovely faces now. One of the things I used to do a lot was sing a lot of Tom Waits songs.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do. So I'll just have a little more water and then I'll sing. Well, I'll try not to look at you. And this is a song from the record Small Change, which maybe some of you know. I'm a jitterbug boy by the shoe shine, resting on my laurels and my hearties too. Life O'Reilly on the swing shift, you follow my drift. I wasn't born in played at Bexfield. I seen the Kentucky Derby too. Your fast women, your slow horses, unreliable sources. And I'm holding up the lamppost if you wanna know. I've seen the Wabash Cannonball, buddy, I done it all. Because I slept with the lions in Marilyn Monroe. I had a breakfast in the eye of a hurricane. I fought Rocky Marciano, played Minnesota Fats, and $100 bills. I've eaten mulligan stew. Got drunk with Louis Armstrong. That was that old song. I taught Mickey Mantle everything that he knows. So you'll ask me what I'm doing here. I'm holding up my lamppost. I'm flipping a quarter, trying to make up my mind. Ever since I go to Tennessee, until I buy a drink, every last song yet, I keep talking to you. Zoop-da-dee-ay-ay, oo-ba-da-zee-da-bye-ay-ay. Zoop-da-dee-ay-ay, oo-ba-da-zee-da-bye-ay-ay. Oh-ee-ay-ay,
Lee Moore, everybody. Fantastic.
Now that is beautiful singing. That is really nice. You don't see that typically at an open mic. Can we get some comedy? Let's get Ronnie Smith up here. Ronnie Smith, all right. Let's get Ronnie Smith. We're going every Monday.
Oh my God! Hello, white niggas and brown people in the back. How you guys doing? All right, okay. I'm really happy to be here. I'll be honest with y'all, man. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but there's a whole stop bullying movement going on across the country. They're trying to take bullying out of schools. I personally think that shit is stupid. Yeah, I think every child should go through some form of bullying, because when you get bullied as a child, you end up learning something that helps you out when you're an adult, you know? Like, I took boxing because I got bullied. I took boxing. I remember one day after school, my bully tried to swing on me, right? And we got to scrapping, and I ain't even gonna hold you, son. I beat the shit out of my grandma, nigga. That bitch didn't stand a chance. I broke her good hip, because real niggas do real things, right? That's just what we did. That's just what we did. Oh my God, this is dope. I'm really happy to be here. It's been an eventful week for me. It's been an eventful week. Earlier this week, I almost got arrested because a white woman accused me of stealing a purse. Wow. And that was very fucked up because I stole the money. Ain't nobody take your fucking purse, you ungrateful bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I let her keep it out of the kindness of my heart. But she just gonna tell the police I stole it. Well, fuck you too, Mitchell. Oh man. Growing up, I was a video game kid. I played a lot of video games. I feel like video games bring out the racism in people. Nah, cause for real, some of the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life came from when I was playing online with other people, right? Like, I remember one time I was playing online with this white boy from Ohio or one of those bumblefuck states, right? and we're playing, and he's losing. He's losing bad, right? So then he gets on the mic and he starts like cursing me out. He's like, "Fuck you, man. You suck. I bet you're a fucking nigger. That's why you suck. And your mom suck. And your dad suck. And your family suck." And I'm listening to this like, God damn. This is an intense game of Mario Kart. How the fuck did we get here? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we are on lap 1. It's crazy. I dropped 1 banana peel, now I'm a monkey. I want to try something. I don't know if y'all want to try something. Okay. So, by round of applause in this room, how many people think that sex work should be legalized in all 50 states? Okay, alright. I'm in agreement with you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with paying for pussy as long as it is between 2 consenting adults. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've paid for pussy before.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a Groupon. I wasn't gonna let it go. I really did. My 21st birthday, actually, I paid for pussy. Because growing up, I was a nerdy kid. So the day I turned 21, my best friend, he calls me up, he's like, "Ronnie, every year you just stay in the house and play video games and eat cupcakes. Fuck that, it's your 21st, you're gonna do something wild." I was like, "Alright, what do you have in mind?" He goes on this website called Backpage. And he made an appointment for me with this Colombian girl in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Charged me $100 for an hour. That shit was worth every penny. I nutted in 5 minutes, but that's not what made it good. The thing that made it good was that after I finished, we started talking to each other about how our days was going. And then we just started talking about our favorite movies. And the next thing I know, we're just like having a really good conversation, and we ended up becoming friends. Like, the shit was dope. It was really dope. Like, we smoked some weed together. We played Call of Duty together. Like, nigga, she helped me fix my resume. I have a job now. Because of this wonderful. I work in the financial district because I'm unique. Can't tell me nothing, man. Can't tell me nothing, man. Oh, my God. Yo, that nigga Jesus performed mad miracles, man. Jesus, that nigga did a lot of miracles. I wasn't really impressed. Actually, I'm capping. There's one thing Jesus did in the Bible that actually impressed me. And it wasn't the fact that he turned water into wine. And it wasn't the fact that he fed a crowd of 500 with a loaf of bread and a fish. You know what Jesus did that actually impressed me? This nigga made 12 new friends in his mid-30s. Like, that's a miracle within itself. Jesus was a 30-year-old black man in a dusty bathroom, running around just touching strangers. Jesus wouldn't have no friends he came back today, son. Jesus came back today, he'd be on Bubble BFF tomorrow. Jesus came back today, his only followers would be the police. Alright, my name is Ronnie Smith. Thank you guys for listening.
Ronnie Smith, everybody. Yeah. Keep it going for Ronnie. Dude, I'm from Ohio. Ronnie. That's alright. I'm from Ohio. Yeah. Sucks. It sucks. Alright, do we have Daniel Kipp? Daniel Kipp in the house. He said he was going to bring 5 people. I guess, alright. I think it's Lad. Is Lad here? Is Lad in the room? Okay, he's not in the room right now. Okay, let's get, let's get Junie up. One of our favorites, a great poet. Let's have a big round of applause for Jonathan Ariano, everybody.
How you guys doing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to. Damn, I fucking missed the open mic last week on Wednesday. Damn. It's good to meet you guys. Hi. I'm gonna read these 3 poems that I wanted to read last week. What living can be. Suffering is not always rewarded. The world will take, and take, Leave you alive, but leave you as a nub, like stepped on chewing gum, mushed, flattened by the millions, or the world going from one end to the other. Kindness is not always promised. The world will tempt you, surround you by distractions, it knows your desires. Dangle them in front of you to test how strong you are. You can go far, starve yourself, perform on the greatest of stages. Write the greatest of poems, and they will forget you. Living forever in libraries, kids' memories, the lines we pour our heart to can be for nothing. Suffering is not always rewarded. However, if you still choose to write, to love, to fight back, out of a world that doesn't care you exist, that treats you like you treat dog shit in the bottom of your shoe, or a fly you swat away, or a rat caught in a trap, struggling to stay alive, you might find peace when shades of blue and purple surround your deathbed. You may cry, bargain, you may have shed a few tears. Who knows? In the end, you might die with no regret. That's one.
Yeah!
This one's called It Doesn't Matter. It doesn't matter how talented I think I am, how much suffering I go through. I can't have it both ways. I'm not special. Sacrifice is as always needed to move forward. I've been too much of a coward. I place myself in the middle of two worlds, a responsible man and the man I want to be. Not everything will work out like I want it, but I'll keep going. This disappointment in my heart, it's my fault. I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'll do better. I will be a decent poet. I will be a better person. Forgive me. That's two.
Yeah.
And this one I wrote on Wednesday. I got fucked up. This one I fucked up bad. Pathetic. This one's called Pathetic. In a moment of weakness, I went through old photos, messages, searching for someone to unload today's orders of roses, to unload my burdens on someone who deserved a proper hello, instead of slurred words from a drunken man desperate to pass on my disappointment from one person to the other. Pathetic. Thank you.
Yeah! Awesome,
Judy, everybody. Fantastic. Follow his, what is your Instagram with the
My Inner Speech!
My Inner Speech. Fantastic. Yeah, I love that title. Junie, the greatest. All right, can we get Jake Dester up to play some tunes for us? We're gonna have some more music. We're gonna keep it rolling one more time. It's a 2-drink minimum. So make sure you see the bartender soon and tip generously. We're in the Red Room every Monday.
Would somebody in the front mind taking video if I hand you my phone? Okay. Okay, rolling. There's a pop socket on it if you want.
I have tiny hands, it's great.
I'm gonna tear real quick because it's, you know, terrible inside. Cool.
Yeah.
My name is Jake Dester.
Yeah.
I'm a jazz saxophonist from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play some songs I've written, and I hope you enjoy. This first one is entitled "Guess We're All Gonna Die," and I hope I don't fuck it up because I wrote a guitar part that's so difficult I can barely play it. So, here we go. Some dry leaves and dead grass stems crackle under his boot steps as he wanders through wilderness and tries not to think of her, but it's over, all over. That's the end of our story. He pulls a red and white paper box from the front pocket of his wrinkled shirt. Has a smoke, then he throws the voided filter down swiftly. Stamps it out with his worn down rubber sole and slinks back to the road. But an ember yet quivers on the floor of the forest, and the sweet wind coaxes it to kindle the brush. Rain billows up from the trees, blocking out the cloudless sky, falling down all around us, but we just ignore it. Flame that just cannot be tamed rips across the mountain side. Guess we're all gonna die with nothing to show for it. Rain billows up from the trees, blocking out the cloudless sky, falling down all around us, but we just ignore it. Flame that just cannot be tamed rips across the mountain side. Guess we're all gonna die with nothing to show for it. Thank you. Actually didn't really think about what other song I was going to play, but I may as well do like a fun one, because that one's kind of heavy. Yeah, this song is called I Like You.
Fucking capo action, man.
Down the smelly street at my regular cafe, the barista I'm in love with doesn't even know my name. I wanna tell her how I feel, but I can never find the courage. So I usually just say nothing, but I wish I had the nerve to say I didn't really think you were that attractive the first time you poured me a cup of coffee. But you can probably tell I've had a crush on you ever since we talked about Friedrich Nietzsche. Didn't really think you were that attractive the first time you made me a cappuccino. But you can probably tell I've got a crush on you. I'm just thinking it's time you should know I like you. I hope you like me too. I like you, 'cause you seem really cool. I like you. Think we could have a good thing. I like you, like you. Now I told myself this morning, today's the effing day to tell this girl I've been adoring all the things I want to say. I walk into the cafe dressed in my favorite sweater as she hands me my drink. I look her in the eye and tell her I didn't really think you were that attractive the first time you poured me a cup of coffee. But you can probably tell I've had a crush on you ever since we talked about Friedrich Nietzsche. Didn't really think you were that attractive the first time you made me a cappuccino. But you can probably tell I've got a crush on you. I'm just thinking it's time you should know I like you. I hope you like me too. I like you, 'cause you seem really cool. I like you. I think we could have a good thing. I like you, like you. She said empathically, it's really cute you feel this way, but I totally don't feel that way about you. I just wanna be your friend, if you're willing to just be my friend. If that's cool, I kinda smiled and pretended like it didn't hurt. Said thanks for being real with me, I guess, but now I'm not gonna be able to sing the third chorus. I walked home that day defeated. How could I have been such a fool to invest so much into someone who didn't love me anyway? An unrequited love that shall never be. I cried that evening on and off. I called Kevin for reassurance. He gave me the same old, yeah, you'll get over it eventually. But what if I don't? What if this time is different? I mean, deep down I know he's right. It's just, I thought it was better with rejection at this point, but sometimes it still really hurts. Thank you very much. I'm Jake Dester. You can find me, Jake Dester. It's like Dexter, but with an S. Okay, thanks.
Jake Dester, everybody. That was awesome.
I love just saying it, you know, just cramming what you have to say into the verse and just being honest about it, you know, syllabically, just throwing all of it in there. It's fantastic. Jake Dester, everybody. All right, can we get X? X? Let's have a big round of applause for X.
Yeah. Wow. The intro song.
What would you name your daughter if you had one? Or would you give her many names? One for each day of the year, one for each of her moods, one for all the people who will look upon her fondly. Or is your daughter here already, standing, speaking with a feeble lilt, and is a word suspended in her mouth, and can she taste it? No, but I can taste the word that's on her lips, for she has spoken it to me before, and I can drink the weather as it changes her, the color of her skin, for I have let my tongue reflect the surface of, to calm, your daughter, weeping, hastens to the wildly growing brambles near the strip mall parking lot, urgently besotted with the lingering caresses of the sun. She scoops up handfuls of wood chips and pours them all over herself.
Yeah.
But I was losing colors, letting them pour out of me without regret as I went down the street. Skin, long swaths, alleyways of skin drawn hastily with fractured apprehension as the clock became a grin. I made you laugh the other night. I fell asleep without thinking of death because of how your vertices elonguously utter meander, bringing summer, letting motion touch to pen. I walked without using my legs down to the gutter. It was languid in the gutter, where the plastic bags and bottles, clothed clutter clog, became disheveled panes of foggy glass above the hungry painted river, yes. Beyond the panes was something made of shame, tangible, viscera, which by itself knew how to bleed. And there were many other parts of you that needed to be in the park after the rain. You needed to be quiet in the park. You needed everything around you to be still. But you couldn't be inside the trees that smelled so fondly of because, oh, please come soon. The landscape textures of your scent, trademark, are being advertised for half the price. Unwilling now, the poignant evening breeze capriciously refusing to spit on my dirty hands, when all I want to do is brush the dampened, matted hair out of your eyes.
Yeah.
I have a list of things that I write down when I'm doing things that don't require my attention, like riding the train or whatever. And so I'll just read some of those things. I don't know. Some of them are fucked up though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll read the fucked up ones. I'll probably skip, but I'll read some that are slightly fucked up. I'll do like slightly fucked up, but I'm not gonna do the full fucked up ones because I don't want to go to the psych ward. All right, 40 cents in my bank account. Broke, boring literature, pipe dreams of the abyss, standing on an escalator, convoluted thievery, a life of crime, trash coffee, fragile constitution, quite the menagerie, stick your face in a bush, examining detritus, exposed bulbs, the hatred of pretty girls, the hatred of pretty things, corpulence is revolted by corpulence, yow, motherfucker! Pink hand soap, pink liquid hand soap, pink liquid hand soap, a cherry stealer, more than just a cherry stealer, fuck with philanthropy, all philanthropy's a fucking scam. I haven't been taking care of myself, all I think about is death, the only course of action is death. Breathe freely, piss freely. Hey bitch, you trying to cattywomp this dick? You trying to cattywomp this dick, bitch? You have blood all underneath that. You have blood and skin underneath that. I am become number. I am number. Breathe water. The institution of Honeycrisp apples. I'm a neo-fascist, stinky, frowny-faced man wearing ugly shoes, a bent churro on the floor. When I'm alone in front of a mirror, I'm ugly, very ugly. Too serious, far too serious. Now that I have a knife, I consider stabbing. Now that I possess a knife, I imagine punctured flesh. It would be so funny if one of these fancy high-heeled ladies fell over tonight. Rich women breaking a hip, rich men getting fat. I drank way too much fucking coffee. Same old recycled fucking pop songs as always. I mean, really, what is up with these fucking DJs at all these fucking events playing the same exact fucking music every fucking time? Little Miss Piggy. The best thing about bags is that you can fucking put things in them. Just cut me off when you want to. The perfect sky, drooling, remarking over the ravishing, ample, corpulent, distended bosom of a fucking pig, and the cynical, dejected, watchful gaze of suicide, hurrying, rushing, scampering to the all-you-can-eat buffet. Abstinence, a cup of black coffee for $1.50, and a bottle of Huel complete meal replacement beverage for $4.49, a grand total of $5.99 at 7:30 a.m. Buying a pack of smokes with the last of my money, smoking a cigarette, watching the rain. The pleasure of hand washing, minimalist maximalism, solicitous gaze, self-mythologize, corpulating flies, eyes as rakes, reverence, cigarette-induced brain hemorrhage, a Newport cigarette. How much longer must I go on?
Wow, that's good.
The one they call X, everybody. I like those list poems. That's all you need. You know, just that's all I do is just write down everything. Is Patrice here?
Yo, what's up?
All right, Patrice.
What's up?
How's everyone doing? They brought the fanny pack. Everyone's talking about the fanny pack these days. I don't know how you people don't have a fanny pack. All I could do was travel with a fanny pack. In 2022, you got so many things. You got your smartphone, you got your keys, you got your phone. This is the thing that you gotta have this. Just carries everything. It's so red in here. I love the red in here. It's my first time being here.
Yeah.
Anyone been fired recently? No one? No one been fired here recently? Anyone? No? Yeah? Who got fired? You did? What did you get fired for? Just being a dickhead, you know? Just being a dickhead. I feel you, man. That's my life. Okay? I didn't get fired for showing my dick, but I showed my dick after I got fired to everyone on Instagram thinking like, they like me now. Now they're like, let's see what I got. It's a very strange thing. The media, if you look up my name, Patrice Thibodeau, look it up when you go home, people. The media made my name, they made me into a porn star without even doing porn. How do you do this? This is a weird, strange thing, it's a long story, but the whole point was that I shared a picture of my dick after I got fired from a certain job, and it went international. Because the thing is, called me a porn star. I've done porn, I just showed my dick. And I'm thinking like real porn stars are being insulted now. The ones that have done the work. Who is this guy? This guy just showed his dick. That's not porn. You know, and I started thinking about like the most talented porn stars, you know, and it's like, and I said this recently online, the one thing about this country, no matter what you feel, we're always going to have porn stars, musicians, comedians, and poets, and the artistry, the artsy class. That's what makes this place great. We're here tonight, so I love that. But the thing is I started thinking about talented porn stars. I'm thinking, I just showed my dick. I don't think that qualifies. And I started thinking, you know, there's, you know, I don't know, there's, you know, people may not admit it, and maybe it's a little uncomfortable in here, but I know, you know, maybe people watch it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone here in this room has watched porn at least once. Okay. So, I mean, anyways, I'll just tell you about my favorite porn star. If you won't say it, I'll tell you. Okay? If you won't tell me what you like, okay? So, once upon a time, you know, and you're a guy growing up and you see porn. I mean, like, to then have a porn star follow you on Twitter, it's like, this girl, Holly Hanna, I don't know if you know who she is. She started following me on Twitter. Okay, this guy knows, okay? She's shooting footballs out of her ass.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes! Yes! That's impressive!
Yes, it is.
It is! It is, because I'm not watching football. I'm not watching guys bend over and smell each other in the ass. I'm watching that. That's the sport you can get me to watch. I'm not a person to watch sports. I'm not. Now, OnlyFans, does anyone know what OnlyFans in this room is?
Follow me.
There? Oh, okay. Who are you?
Gutsy, Gitsy. Ditsy, Gitsy.
Say it again.
Ditsy, Gitsy.
Ditzy Gitsy. Follow her. Check it out. Okay. OnlyFans girls gotta give them a shout out. Does anyone have a problem with OnlyFans girls? No. Does anyone pretend that this is not a thing that's taken over this country? Okay, everyone's pretending it doesn't exist. Everyone's pretending it's not, so that's fine. That's fine. I understand. I have no problem with this. People have a problem with this. I had to do my market research. I'm a comedian. I had to do my market research for all of you tonight. I started. Okay. I found out. And look, it's I'm a porn star. Jean-Jacques the Cock, if you look up, that's the name. Jean-Jacques the Cock. He thought up in 2 seconds, and before you know it, the video stopped. Okay. And the OnlyFans girls. Okay, so you do market research. I was in Florida. I was working in Florida, and I haven't done it. But are there any OnlyFans girls in the house tonight? Yeah. Now, are there OnlyFans guys in the audience tonight? Hey! Are there any OnlyFans guys that give money to OnlyFans girls in the audience tonight?
ASMR balloon popping with smoking cigarettes.
There you go. Okay, balloon popping and smoking cigarettes. The point is, I see it's mostly just girls vlogging, I think, and they're mostly vlogging and they're doing this stuff. The whole point is it's the gig economy people, any people in the gig economy. Come on. Shout out to the OnlyFans girls, what can I say?
Yes.
OnlyFans girls, awesome. No one hate them.
Yes.
They exist. It's their body, it's their choice. That's it. But it's great to be the KGB. Once again, look at my name, Patrice Thibodeau, the porn star that never did porn. Follow her. What's her name? I'm not a porn star. Follow her.
Well, Twitter, it's Gitsy, Gitsie.
Look, she's the porn star, not me. Have a nice night. Jean-Jacques live on Twitter. Check it out.
Patrice Thibodeau, Jean-Jacques live on Twitter.
Thank you, man.
I'm curious about the sex tape.
Oh, let's check it out, man.
All right, we'll Google it. We'll figure it out. But yeah, the OnlyFans girls. I mean, thank you for coming. Thank you. We're here every Monday.
They're taxpayers.
That's right. God bless the OnlyFans. It's a wonderful service for us. All right, well, I've gotten the word that we're going to go all the way through the list. So anybody that is still out there, send me a message, or I'm going to work my way through the list. If you still want to sign up, we have a few left. So thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. Can we get Kelsey up here? Let's have Kelsey up.
Come on, Kelsey.
I'll give everyone a minute to get settled. Put your drinks in. Bartender.
Yeah.
Is there just feedback on the mic? Is that part of the vibe?
Oh, it's a guitar thing.
Are you here with your mother? My dear friend. I could kind of tell. Who knows? I'm making it through the last set. You really talked about it.
Sure, yeah.
My mom doesn't come to my stuff.
Oh, that's just sad. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here for...
Atta girl. You wanna read my poem?
Yeah.
You can. You can read along.
Yeah, what's your name, my brother?
Yeah, you're coming up. My website, kelsey.art. KELSEA.art/poems. That's a Squarespace. Squarespace domain. Yeah, let's put the sheet right here. All right, let's go. It's a 5-part poem. We're not gonna clap. Do not clap through the poem. There's 5 parts. We're gonna get all the way through it. It's called Adult Feelings. Adult feelings are child ones with more perspective. 5 parts. Each part is titled. Okay, are we good? Good squats. Part 1. Conscientiousness is a scapegoat to truth. Dear Ben, the name's not changed. Dear Ben, here's the text that I sent you that I wish I hadn't on Saturday, January 2nd at 12:58 a.m. I'm carelessly sending this text message out of anger, but thought of you and wanted to say how pathetic it is for you to ghost me. Hope you're an actual ghost. That would be less shameful than being literal scum. By the way, I'm horrified. We've been through hell and high water together, and I think it's the meanest thing I've said to you, and certainly the meanest thing I've said to anyone since getting sober. You called the following Thursday. I hadn't expected to hear from you. It's been since August of you ignoring my calls and texts, but you called that Thursday, and I called back the next day, and after reciprocal apologies, we picked up where we left off. We're friends again, part two. Part two, we are pathologically overworked, increasingly quantified. Meanwhile, the future depends on smart people being lazy enough to have good ideas. Dear Ben.
Yeah.
The voice of the inner critic has a straight back. It presupposes the existence of perfection. If only all the things that I did wrong, I had just done better. To play this game, you must first assume there is a perfect way to maneuver life, and also that you're consistently failing to follow those maneuvers. Maybe we're already doing the best we can. Personally, I'm losing my mind spending these late nights smoking weed and smoking and playing movies just for the company, doing barely anything at all, sending foolish texts. All hail the steady drip of mass entertainment, eroding away any last crumbs of precious energy desperately needed to hail time and think deeply. Part 3. We're getting there, we're halfway through. Let's go! The relief of late-stage, mobile-enabled society is not perpetual connection, but the ability to sever connection when we're no longer willing or able to offer our attention and time. Dear Ben. Yeah, right? That's like, it's on my website. I mean, still the tweets. Dear Ben, I've literally never bulk deleted my text messages. Things only get deleted as a result of acute emotional circumstance or a TLD, total loss of device. But I haven't broken an iPhone in years, and the cloud has every iMessage I've sent since 2015. Conversations never die, but they never lived either. Instead, these lifeless threads are immortalized in perpetuity by our robot overlords. How can any of us go about our life striving for cherished goals, sacrifices made for what future? For cloud data storage, the data rain cycle that evaporates over the data lakes and makes data cumulonimbus clouds and returns to the data lakes as data acid rain. Part 4. Filled with innate self-confidence, unafraid of complex systems, unafraid in general. Dear B, dear Ben. I sleep with negative space by my side, obsessed with getting married as a distraction from real goals, like getting an art studio, getting my paintings to New York from their Prairie storage unit, getting published. But sometimes it's just easier to go on dead-end first dates when it's cold and I need a little company. We're only truly freed from ourselves by companionship in all forms. Sure, Lee Krasner was responsible for promoting Jackson Pollock into his success. Leveraging her years of artist labor union organizing, she tackled a remarkable feat in art, nay, global history. First, introducing Pollock to 1940s New York painter circles, then convincing the uppies, a la Peggy Guggenheim, to see the genius of his work, and notably, immediate market value, thus launching Pollock into his stardom. But for his part, JP introduced Lee to an entirely new approach to painting, a revered, influential artist in her own right, by Lee pedestalizing or Chris Jennering her beloved. His fame cast shady respite in the painting studio, a shadow wherein Lee nurtured the desire intrinsic to all artists to look inside herself for inspiration. She, the immensity of her own existence, was to be the subject of her work. Part 5. Here we go! Dear Ben! Here's my theory. The artist's responsibility, even in dark times, is to lay firewood on the embers of human spirit, ignore fashion, create culture, start now, don't wait for the right tools to become available, use what you have, etc., etc. Glad you're alive, with love, from Kelsey. Thank you!
Kelsey Bruner, everybody. That was fantastic. All right, can we get, is Ben Sai-hyun here? Ben Sai-hyun.
Is there like a list of people reading? Is there like a list of people reading?
He's the one, man.
It's okay.
All right, well, how about,
I'll do it.
that's right. I was looking for you.
All right.
It's the man, the myth, the legend, the Zlad.
I'll have you know I'm running for office.
but only in the sense that I'm looking for a job that involves being in an office. So I'm running towards the office. The office that would take a guy like me. Yeah. See, it just so happens that I feel like I had left my phone. If y'all see, like, in that area, if you saw, like, an Android phone around there. Yikes. Fuck me. What am running around today? Oh, let's get the backing track going on.
I'm looking for it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right, which one?
Do the Lost in the Rain.
Seems every step that I take gets further from you. I rush with my anguish and I leap with your side. I dare
do that part live, you know. Fuck, I thought
Okay, so you want to kill it or?
let's just skip that. Let's skip ahead there. You're gonna have to hear that another time. Let's do the next track. The real question is whether or not we find whether or not revolution is possible in this day and age. It's pretty demographically simple that any person who is within the average, and the average doesn't exist. The average person doesn't exist. So when people look at the law of averages, people don't recognize that average is not a natural person. There is no single most average human being in this world. So, I mean, what do we do about that? When the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And the only thing we want to do is make sweet love to our craft and do what we love. Ultimately, I mean, there's not much to be said. Besides, what chips are stacked against you? Nepotism rules this day and age. You know it. You see it. You work within it. You try to suck someone's balls. Those balls are metaphorical, of course. We got rid of that with the Me Too movement. But you're still doing it with your paperwork. What next? What's small? What's right? What do people actually value? What makes things happen, right? What provides real value? I only pray tell that the market shows true.
Yeah.
Slide, everybody.
I think you should do it anyway. You should just double track your vocal.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me.
I'll do it.
Sorry, I lost my job and I got sick. First day of Hanukkah. Second day of Hanukkah. Season of getting fired, festival of getting fired. Yeah. Fire. I cry in your shadow, get lost in your rain. You walk me in beauty, but you leave me in pain. I know that the answer, the path that I choose, seems every step that I take, I get further from you.
For Greg Flat, everybody!
And take off Vladimir. Next time we'll have the karaoke versions, I guess, though. Every week he's got new backing tracks.
I apologize.
That was insanely good. The ascot alone. Let's hear it for that ascot. That neck cravat. All right, let's get Peter Glissman up. One of our favorites, hilarious guy.
I'm actually doing storytelling today.
Well, it's going to be poignant then.
I'll start with a joke just for you.
Thank you. 2 drink minimum, everybody. 2 drink minimum.
That's a good one.
Damn it, I really screwed it up.
That was good.
You did.
So I'm performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, August 4th through the 12th, 2023.
Yeah.
This is going to be about a 40-minute one-man show called Escape Velocity, a rocket scientist's journey through sex addiction. Just think of this as a TED Talk on Viagra. This is an excerpt because I don't have my entire first draft written, but I promised a joke. So, does anybody else have a problem with TED Talks?
Yeah.
I've been an engineer almost 40 years. I don't know any smart guys named Ted. Every time I'm at a party, I hear a guy named Ted talking. Everybody in the room is thinking to themselves, shut the fuck up, Ted. This starts in total darkness with a voiceover. I have a reoccurring dream. I wake up at the bottom of a deep, dark hole. What am I doing here? How did I get here? I have things to do. I must get out of here. I look up and I see every woman that I've ever wronged staring down at me from the top of the hole. All of them are holding a shovel full of dirt. Every time I try to dig my way out, I get another load of dirt in my face. Lights up. I'm dressed in a long-sleeve t-shirt, shorts, and athletic socks. I'm napping in a recliner. I wake up to Time by Pink Floyd. Upper East Side, New York City, August 2002. Small one-bedroom apartment in a pre-war walk-up between 1st and York Avenue. It's about 6 p.m. My usual nap between my usual meaningless day at work and what I hope to be my usual event-filled evening. Every day at about 2:30 p.m. my heart starts to beat out of my chest. Could be any day, Monday through Friday. It doesn't matter if I'm in the field, en route between my cubicle and who knows where else, daydreaming in a meeting or napping at my desk. Fact.